This is your pastor, Pastor T. When I tell you all of that, I am excited about what God is getting ready to do on today's iProphesy. That's an understatement. The word that you're about to hear today is about to be transformational. The word that you're about to hear today is about to be life-changing. You think that you just logged on just because you saw a notification. No. You didn't just log on because of a notification or because you saw me. You logged on because God purpose for you to hear this word. And I believe by the power and the authority of the Holy Ghost that today's word is about to not only set you free, but it's about to set everyone that's connected to you free. And because you're about to get free, God said, let's not be selfish. Let's share the gospel. I need for you to share, tag, and even engage, because this word here is not getting ready to bless you, but it's getting ready to bless everybody that's connected to you. This is Pastor T, and today's I Prophesy word is going to be exclusively for everyone that's connected to you. Join me. Watch what God does. And I promise you, it's about to be life-changing. This is Pastor T. I'll see y'all in a few minutes, all right? Peace.
I says, God, he says, I'm going into the caves to get those that have been hidden, that have been isolated, and even those that don't believe in themselves. He says, I'm coming for you. Many of you all, you've been so hard pressed that you don't even believe God noticed your existence. But God says, starting in the month of September, I says, God, I'm getting ready to build your confidence. And I'm going to give you signs and even glimpses of my approval and my crowning of your new season, says the Spirit of the living God. Even though many of you all have grown comfortable being behind the scenes, but I says, God, I'm causing such a strong rising from the back to the front, says the Spirit of the living God. I'm getting ready to do a strong separation from the wheat and the tare. He said, my favor is rising mightily and swiftly, says God. Says God, do not fear. Don't be afraid of what may after you have not accepted the calling. He says, come forth. Somebody said, come forth. And as you come forth, says God, I am simultaneously at the same time shutting the mouths of those that you were once concerned that they would put their mouth on you as you come forth, says the Spirit of the living God. The rest of this year shall be called the unrevealed for the hidden. Just like David, who was overlooked by his father, Jesse. But I says, God, just like Samuel went to Jesse's house to find David, so shall I find you, says God. And just like David, this is your coming out season. This is the season called your revealing party, says the Spirit of the living God. Every storm, every setback, every letdown, every disappointment, every loan you borrowed and you couldn't pay it back, I says, God, I'm about to reimburse you 10 times greater than what was out. All right. Unlike Saul, unlike Saul, because you care more about the Lord's presence, because at one point, Saul was anointed. Unlike Saul, because you care more about the Lord's presence than a position or the praises of man, you will rise to a new authority, says the Spirit of the living God. You are about to experience, 5 of y'all, you need to scream right here, says the Spirit of the living God, for the remainder of this year, you are, here it is, this is where you need to scream. He says, you are about to experience the biggest breakthrough in your entire life. Says God. Says God, you will recover all that the enemy has has taken. If it was your finances, recover. If it was your peace, recover. If it was your children, recover. If it was your ability to love without hesitation, recover. If it was your health, recover. If it was your neighbor, recover. If it was your marriage, recover. If it was your joy, recover. 5 people that received that, just scream recover. Come on, come on, come on. I need you to scream real loud. Come on, 1, 2, 3, scream recover. Says the Spirit of the living God, you're about to experience a strong resurgence of the Lord. Says the Spirit of the living God, shall be the month in which God shall open up, hear this now, he's about to open up gateways and portals for his people. It will be the month for the believer. How many believers I have in this room? Let me see who I'm talking to right here. I'm talking about 80 of you all right here. It shall be the month for the believers. If ever there was a month to believe God, hear this now, hear what I'm telling you all. If ever there was a month to believe God for the impossible, this is the month to believe him for it. Look what God says. Says the Spirit of the living God, shall be the month called supernatural heavenly portals for the body of Christ. Says the Spirit of the living God, because the prayers of the earth are gathered and taken to heaven, where they are exchanged for the blessings that answer them with the Creator Spirit products. Says the Spirit of the living God, shall be called a month of spiritual collisions. So in other words, what you prayed privately, you're about to see the results publicly. I don't see how y'all didn't get excited about that. He says it shall be the month called spiritual collision. 1, what you prayed privately, you're about to see the results in the next 9 days. All right, 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 all right. So you mean to tell me that every month is equivalent to 1 day? So in other words, January is equivalent to 1 day. This is the month of birthing. This is the month where it seems like it's going to get harder, but guess what? It's coming out. This is the month where you got to push harder than you've ever pushed. As much as you want to retreat, as much as you want to give in, not in this month. Because this is the month where God says what's been birthed will not be stillborn, nor will you have a spiritual miscarriage. He says tell about 7 people to push. Somebody scream push. Come on, somebody scream push. As a matter of fact, go give your neighbor a high five and tell them push. Come on, come on, get out your seat and go to your neighbor and say push. Come on, come on, come on, get out your seat and go to your neighbor and say push, push, push. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You got to get out your seat and go to your neighbor and say push. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. God says, I know it's comfortable, but sometimes you got to become uncomfortable. God says you got to get out. Come on, push, push, push. I hear God saying, don't you worry about your neighbor. God said this month that's got to become personal. God said this has been the month where you have to walk in obedience. He says you're going to watch your neighbor going to watch you get blessed, and they're going to say, how did God do it? I did it because I pushed. I did it because I obeyed. I did it because I didn't get comfortable. I did it because I didn't watch my neighbor predicated on what they were doing. I did it because I obeyed. God said if you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. Somebody scream push. Somebody scream push. Go to somebody else and tell them this is your month. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go to somebody, Jeff, give me a high five and tell them this is your month. I hear God saying This is the month and the season where you ain't gonna watch your neighbor get blessed. You got in on it. God says you ain't gonna watch your neighbor keep having a testimony. God says, I'm giving you your own testimony. This shall be the month in which you shall have a testimony. If I got about 5 people that believe that God's about to give them their own testimony, I dare you right now to release a scream right there. As sure as I'm God's man, watch God turn it around. As sure as I'm God's man, watch God turn it around. Oh, that is. Sometimes you got to run to the back. Watch God this month. It's going to be a big month. It's going to be big. God said this month it's going to be elephantine. Big. This month. I ain't talking about next year. I'm talking about this month. I wish I had about 3 people. I wish I had about 3 people that believe, because God says you ain't got you got now. And I know some witches and some warlocks don't want you to get that word, but I'm God's man. I come to unlock it today. I hear God saying, tell her that your delays are over. You've been faithful when everybody else walked away. God said, tell her this is your time. You heard the gossip. You heard the ridicule. You lost some friends because of it. Family members said you were crazy. But God says you passed the test and you shall recover all. You shall recover all. I don't care how many witches don't like you. I don't care how many people don't like you. They can't stand or stop what God's about to do. Receive it now. It's amazing how we get excited about your own words, but you can't get excited about somebody else's word. It's something about being faithful. It's something about being faithful. You can't tell me that you got faith and you're not faithful. You can't separate faith from faithful. You've been faithful over a few things. I hear God saying, I'm about to make you ruler over much. Where my faithful people at? Faithful people, release a scream right there. I wish I had about 3 more faithful people, but because you in the same room, it'll hit your life. God says, because you are connected. I keep telling you, it's about being connected. It's about being connected. Who are you connected to? Some of you connected to buzzers, and that's the reason why your stuff is being sopped out. But I hear God saying, this is the season for my faithful ones. I hear God saying, and because you didn't fold, you're about to see the unfolding of the Lord manifesting himself strong in your life. Somebody Somebody scream manifest. Somebody scream manifest. Somebody scream manifest. Did anybody else get excited for her? I heard God said, tell 3 people, if you run around here, about to get it as well. Come on. I need 3 people just to run around here. If you believe it, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Say up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. I hear God, there it is, there it is. Manifest. I hear God saying manifest. Say mando kolobo. I hear God saying manifest. I hear God saying manifest. Come on, come on. Say, say, come on. The ground is conducive. The ground is conducive. I said the ground is conducive. The ground, yeah, right there. Stay right there. The ground is conducive for miracles, signs, and wonders. 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 Somebody scream miracles, signs, and wonders. Somebody scream miracles, signs, and wonders. Prophesy that the coat of the glory, the coat of God's glory, hit this place now. Every devil, every demon, every witch that can try to stop the momentum of the Lord, I arrest you. I adjure you. I adjure you. God say your struggles are coming to an end. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy, joy. Somebody scream joy. Somebody scream joy. Hey, somebody scream joy, joy, joy. I wish somebody that's on the live right now just type joy. Somebody that's on the live, try joy. Come on. Somebody that's on live, somebody in cyber church, just type joy, joy, joy. Come on, come on. As you type it on Facebook Live, watch the power of God hit wherever you are. Somebody just type joy, joy, joy. Says the Spirit of the living God. Says the Spirit of the living God. We're about to experience greater doors for my people, says God. Says the Spirit of the living God. For many of you all, These doors that many of y'all are about to walk in, you thought that God has forsaken you and even forgotten about you. But I says, God, no, I didn't forget you. I was making sure that when you walk through these doors, that you remain faithful. I was making sure that when you walk through these doors, that you remain consistent. This Tammy shall be called the month to remember. And this is the reason why in times past, it seems like it was a struggle, because God was building your character. You're about to see the provisions of the Lord so strong that is going to overwhelm many of you all, says God. Cynthia, says the Spirit of the living God, my provisions are going to be at your disposal. It's going to be at your disposal so quick that you're going to be praying in one breath, and in the next breath, what you was praying for is manifested. Says the Spirit of the living God, many of y'all are about to get a greater fire for the things of God. In times past, says God, that many of y'all, you wanted to throw in the towel, and you wanted to refer back to that which you thought worked for you. But says God, you're about to see the hand of God in such a strong way that you're about to literally see things falling off of you. What are some of the things that are about to start falling off of you in this month? This is what God gave me today. These are some of the things that are about to start falling off of you. Debt, sicknesses, generational curses, spoken word, illegal attachments, ungodly alliances, ungodly soul ties. This is the month I hear God saying that you shall walk in freedom like you never walked in times past. Says the Spirit of the living God, you're about to experience the amazement of the things that God is about to bestow upon you in this month. Says the Spirit of the living God, God is about to empower us in places and in positions that you're not even educationally qualified for. But because his favor is resting upon you, he's literally is about to be your teacher in the area that requires schooling for. Says the Spirit of the living God, shall be the month in which you're about to see the wheels turning in your favor. Says the Spirit of the living God, the wheels, Rebecca, are about to turn in your favor. Things that once worked against you are now about to work in your favor. Says the Spirit of the living God, shall be the favor that will linger. Hear this now. The favor that's about to hit in this month, Missy, shall linger for a lifetime. It shall linger for a lifetime. Says the Spirit of the living God, and I'm closing. My manna shall rest upon you, just like it did for the children of Israel when they were in the wilderness. For many, says God, I am literally about to drop the spirit of Micah on my people. He says, Yolanda, I'm about to drop the spirit of Micah on my people. To know who Micah was is to know that he was a minor prophet who was very discerning, especially against those who were false prophets. And because the spirit of Micah is being unleashed upon my people, the things that you missed in times past, you will not fall for it moving forward. Says the Spirit of the living God, I am endowing the hungry for the spirit of nostalgia. The nostalgic dreams and visions and prophecy are speaking to a return to the old, pleasant, safe, and secure. They are sparking by a yearning of the part of the dreamers, if not prophetic in origin. If the aiming is depositing prophecy such as dreams are a revelation from the Lord of the mental, emotional, spiritual imposition or the force of another time period, says the Spirit of the living God. He says, do not revisit your past because I'm doing something brand new in your future.
Yahweh, Yahweh.
What is it?
Man, it's just like putting God first. You seek God first, and then He's gonna, add to the church. As long as you don't compromise and you put God first, and it's all about holiness, then you just get what you get from God.
It's electric. Just meet us here. Like, if you come, you're gonna experience what she's talking about. So you really have to be here to get the vibe of what it's like. It's not traditional church. We don't just give you church. We give you Jesus. We give you relationship.